We have a lot of kids that move in throughout the year. We may have 45 kids move in at the beginning of the year, and then 45 kids move out in the summertime. We have 4 or 5 different languages, but like close to 30 different dialects. Our community is full of diversity, but that's what makes Beardstown so great. We're close to 60% Hispanic population and about 30% white and another 10% African American. So we have a very diverse population. Living in a community with diversity, like a big city feel in a small town, is what I love about the town of Beardstown. My kids are being raised here, and he sees diversity day in and day out. It's real life here in Beardstown. You know, there's small schools in the area and bigger schools around the area where there's not a lot of diversity. When they graduate high school and they go to a different town or whatever, it might be a little bit of a culture shock. But our kids, this is norm for them, and that's real life as well. Great thing about Beardstown is we have I'll call her a professional door greeter. Her name's Deborah Lewis. It happens to be my mother-in-law, but she had it on her heart about 5 or 6 years ago to start greeting kids as they walk into the school, just for each kid to see a familiar face with a smile. And she just felt that would get the kids' day to start out well. And I agree. There's some kids that just walk by and just kind of say hi, but there's other kids that like, yeah, hey, Miss Lewis, good morning. So a door greeter every morning. She doesn't work for us. It's just pure volunteering. So it's one of those unique little things that helps us be who we want to be. A biggest thing people want is to be a part of a family, a team, whatever it may be, and that's where I like to provide different things throughout the year that teachers can kind of get excited about. Getting teachers together when they don't normally get together. What I'd like to believe we're doing here in the junior senior high school is a sense of a team, a sense of family, and hey, if you need something, I'm going to be there for you. If I can't be there, somebody else is going to be there for you. My leadership style is I need to be there to make everybody else's job easier. That's the way I treat it. It's important to that person. It can't be 20th on my priority list just because I don't think it's a big priority. So, you know what? Everybody's day is tough in education. You know, kids have rough days, adults have rough days, but my job is to support them in whatever capacity it is. Don't be afraid to ask questions. When I started, there were so many things that came up that I was like, well, shoot, I'm an administrator. I should probably know that answer. I'm not going to ask that question because I don't want to look dumb. I don't want a teacher who has been here for years thinking this administrator doesn't know anything. But I was that guy that never asked questions. And looking back, that's something I should have done from the get-go. Like, as an administrator, I never expect everybody to know every single thing, and I hope teachers feel that same way. But don't be afraid to ask questions and just be honest with them. Say, hey, you know what? I don't know that question, but I'll tell you what, I'll figure it out. It's not easy taking care of yourself because you have so many other people on your mind. You know that you have relationships with teachers and staff in the building that maybe going through a lot at home, maybe parents aren't doing well. It's tough to get away from that because you care about those individuals so much, and it's hard to turn your brain off when you go home. But it's something that has to be done in order to do this job day in and day out, because it can be mentally draining and tough. You sacrifice your needs sometimes, majority of the time, for what others need, and that you just can't do that all the time. Get in there and don't be afraid to fail. I mean, we're in an occupation as educators where we're gonna fail, but it's your demeanor, your honesty, your work ethic that people are gonna see the most. So if there's an issue and you're not sure about it, that's the only way to learn, is to jump in and try. So don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to fail, because if you don't get the experience, you're never going to know.